So, I created a YouTube channel recently at the age of 68. I decided that I wanted to communicate with my tribe, others who are around a similar age to myself. And I thought I might have something of value or interest to bring to the table, that it would be fun. But it's not going particularly well. Okay, it's very early days, but please don't click off yet, as I will have to explain as I'm going along. There's a lot to explain. Since the 28th of March, I have published 4 videos, well, 6, but I deleted 2 of them because I filmed them at the wrong time of day for the light, facing a red window blind because the sun was glaring in. A very stupid thing to do because it gave everything a red-pink glow. And that is probably giving YouTube a bad impression. Anyway, and on the subject of impressions, here is some boring but very relevant data. I am virtually non-existent. So as of today, 1 video out of the 4 has been given 1,100 impressions and gained 75 views with a click-through rate of 3.9%, only 13.7% viewed, with a watch time of 1.58 minutes, so not good, out of a 14-minute video. I did receive some nice comments though to that video. There was some nice feedback. The other 3 have collectively received 185 impressions with 22 collective views, and some of those were mine, with click-through rate from 3.8% to 7.3%. Now, I'll be upfront. I do have other YouTube channels, which is why I am qualified to speak. The main one I started 9 years ago, and it's connected to my line of work, but still I only have 299 subscribers after all that time. And admittedly, yes, there have been gaps in between uploading, but even when I was uploading consistently, it really didn't make that much of a difference. The other 2 channels I don't do anything with. They are casual hobby type channels really. And I've done nothing with them for quite a long time. But, one of those has almost 500 subscribers, which were gained in quite a short space of time. And, a lot of them are still hanging on. So it's a channel about self-publishing, as I'm a self-published author. But there's only so much you can say on the subject before you end up repeating yourself. The other channel, the 4th one, is about triking and motorbiking, and it was just a bit of a hobby thing, and it's got 23 subscribers and is currently gathering a lot of dust somewhere. Now, I have listened to thousands of YouTube videos and taken all of the advice. In fact, I now have YouTube how-to video burnout. I'm exhausted by it. Make your channel look professional. Verify it. Add channel tags. Make it clear to YouTube who your intended audience is. Tick this box, untick that box. Always do this, never do that. Make your thumbnails compelling, and if they aren't working, change them. Get plenty of keywords in your description and your title, and make sure both are drawing the viewer in, along with your thumbnail. Do ask for likes and subscribes. Don't ask for likes and subscribes. Video tags really help. Video tags don't help at all. Don't just talk about yourself. No one wants to hear that. Offer a solution to a problem and make your content so fascinating that viewers don't click off within the first 30 seconds. Audience retention is key. So is your click-through rate, and it needs to be between 4 and 10% at least. Otherwise, YouTube will stop showing your videos. Engage with other similar channels and really encourage viewers to engage with your videos, which you can't really do if no one is seeing them, of course. Oh, and let's not forget those who are very keen to inform us that they became monetized about 10 minutes after creating their channel, just to rub your nose in it. So, taking all of this advice into account, I also set about studying other channels aimed at the over 50s and over 60s and found that many of them are all about the YouTuber themselves. They can be quite reflective, quite intense, mournful even, I found. Or they can be about how glam and sexy you can be in your 50s and upwards. Videos about financial struggle seem incredibly popular in this niche. And in fact, struggle of all kinds seems to draw in the viewers. And many of them are receiving thousands of views to their videos. So I think I was off the mark with my ideas for my new channel. I know, as I said, it's very early days. But if over several days videos are being given only a couple of impressions, then all of the advice is mute, isn't it? So even with my past failings on YouTube, this low level of impressions hasn't happened before. I've not experienced it before. So maybe times have changed. Maybe some things have changed. But, I've been asking myself why I'm actually doing this in the first place. And I'll be honest, the only answer I can come up with is, I think I want to prove to myself that I can do it. That I can interest, inspire or entertain others. But, more than one or two would be nice. There's a massive sense of rejection when realising that even YouTube doesn't deem you interesting enough to show your videos to its viewers. But am I really committed enough for this process? And you know what? I don't think I am, to be honest. I do love learning new things. So from that point of view, it has been an interesting experience. And I do enjoy the creative part. But I think I might also be using it as a form of procrastination. Making another YouTube video that's going to sink like a brick rather than, say, getting on with my new book. It is a thought, isn't it? I think there might be some truth in that. But not all things are for everyone. And I think I'm not the average 68-year-old. Not that I'm any better in any way than my peers, just that I seem to look at life differently in a number of ways. I personally don't enjoy videos by those of a similar age that are very softly spoken, reflective, dreamy and ponderous. That's just me, it's not my thing. I haven't followed the recognised path that many have in life. I've been a bit of a maverick in many ways, and I've been self-employed for a very long time. I don't have anything to say about finances and pensions. I'm like most other people, I'm still hustling and getting by. I had a dysfunctional childhood and I was living on my own and paying my own way in the world by the time I was 17. So I can't talk about the devastation of losing a parent as many do in middle age. I've been married and divorced twice, and I'm in a long-term relationship, and it's had its share of ups and downs as relationships do. I'm close to my children. And I have, on reflection, actually a generally blessed life. Though, there have been some mighty struggles along the way. But isn't that true of all of us? It's true for a lot of us, isn't it? So, what have I actually got to bring to the table? Very little when you break it down. And I think YouTube recognises that. It's disappointing to recognise that you aren't capable of achieving something that thousands of others very clearly are. They have something to say that other people want to hear. On the other hand, how many other 68-year-olds with a knackered knee and a hip replacement are on their way to third dan in kickboxing? How many have been self-employed for 35 years supporting their family single-handedly for a chunk of that? How many have written books and figured out the self-publishing process? Probably not that many. So it's horses for courses. Will I continue on YouTube? I'm really not sure. I probably should use the time that I have left in this world a lot more productively. Anyway, at this point, I'm probably talking to myself right now. But just in case there's anybody here with me, I will say thank you for checking in. And I wish you good health and happiness wherever you are in the world.